Hi, scholars. So today we're looking at lesson 2.8, comparing weight. So as you can see, I still have my same two containers from before, two candy jars. And we can see that one is smaller and one is bigger. Now, which one do you think weighs more? You're right. The bigger jar weighs more. It is heavier. It has more weight. Weight is how much something weighs or how heavy or light it is. So today, scholars, we're going to be comparing different objects to see which one is heavier, which one is lighter, or are they about the same? So for this activity, you're going to line your objects up. You're going to look and compare the size. Also, you could even pick them up and see, I can feel that this one feels heavy or this one feels really light. And based on the size and how it feels to you, you're going to think about which object is heavier, which one is lighter, or do they weigh about the same? So let's see what Rainbow Fish says today.
Look at the scale in the picture. What is on one side of the scale? An apple is on one side of the scale. Why is that side down?
So scholars look at the scale and we can see that it's tilted so that one side is further down. Now, why do you think the side with the apple is pushed down?
It's down because the other side is empty.
Oh.
The other side does not have an object on it. Now look at the scale. What is on the other side of the scale? A cherry is on the other side of the scale. Which fruit is heavier?
So scholars, obviously we cannot pick up the apple and the cherry that is in this video, but we can look with our eyes and say, which one has a greater size? It looks like the apple to me is bigger, and so my guess is that it is probably heavier. Also, I can look at the scale and see that this side is pushed down further, which means that the apple must have more weight, which means that it is heavier.
The apple is heavier than the cherry. How do you know the apple is heavier? The side with the apple on it is lower. What is on the scale now? Two apples are on the scale. Which apple is heavier?
Now, scholars, your clue to this answer is to look at the scale. Is one side down and the other side down, or are they about equal? That should give you the clue as to which one is heavier or if they're about the same.
Neither is heavier. They weigh the same. The first apple's weight is equal to the second apple. How do you know they are equal? Neither side of the scale is down. The scale has a melon on it now. Which fruit is lighter?
Remember, scholars, for this activity, they're showing you how to use a scale to measure which one weighs more, which object, which fruit. So on our activity, if you don't have a scale, that's okay. You can still use your observation with your eyes. You can see, oh, the melon is much bigger, so I'm going to guess that it's heavier. Or you can pick them up yourself and say, oh, I can hold an apple and I can hold a cherry from my fridge, and I can see that the apple is heavier in my hand. So there's multiple ways that you can do this, even if you don't have a scale.
The apple is lighter. How do you know the apple is lighter? The side with the apple on it is higher. Which fruit is heavier?
So since we are using a scale in this example, scholars, look at the scale. Which fruit is heavier? Which side is pushed down further?
The melon is heavier. How do you know the melon is heavier? The side with the melon on it is down. Now you know how to use a scale to tell which objects are heavier and lighter.
So scholars, now you know how to use a scale to do that job, and you also know how we've talked about how to use your eyes and how to use your hands to say, which one do I think has the most weight? Do I think it's heavier? Do I think it's lighter? So you're going to find some objects and do some comparing yourself. And remember to go to lesson 12.8 in your black workbook, and that's the work that you're going to do for today. All right, scholars, have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.